There is a ton of interest in AGI on YouTube. However, I think that a lot of YouTubers have only a vague idea of what AGI is, how it is differentiated from sentience or superintelligence, exactly when these types of AI will arrive and in what order, and what will be the ramifications of whatever does happen. There are a lot of unanswered questions, as I hope to demonstrate in this video. AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence, is a theoretical form of AGI that is capable of understanding or learning any intellectual task that a human can. In other words, virtually any office job that humans could do, AGI will be able to do. All you have to do is train it in your company's work procedures, just as you would a human employee, and AGI will be able to take over. The ramifications of this that this would have in the workplace are staggering, as it could cause millions of people to lose their jobs overnight. But it's not just the workplace that would be dramatically changed by AGI. Life would be so different in the face of AGI that it is difficult to even comprehend. To get even a tiny glimpse of that, think about what AGI would be able to do. For one thing, it would be able to program itself. Already, AI can write code, but AGI could result in a recursive feedback loop in which the AI keeps writing more and more efficient AI code, which allows it to get smarter, which in turn allows it to write still better code, and so on. This causes an explosion in progress in which the AI gets smarter and smarter until eventually it makes us obsolete. But in the face of all the buzz over AGI, people are overlooking other significant AI milestones. These include achieving sentience and superintelligence. These are not necessarily the same thing as AGI. Former Google engineer Blake Lemoine already thought that Google's AI language model called Lambda had achieved sentience. This claim was widely ridiculed and dismissed, both by Google and by media pundits. The fact is, if AI did achieve sentience, how would we know? The term is even harder to define than intelligence, which is still widely debated to this day. Is AGI the same thing as intelligence, or are they different? If they are different, which will come first? Is it possible that sentience will come before AGI? It seems to me that it is. After all, Blake Lemoine thought so. So what exactly is sentience? Will we know it when we see it? Sentience refers to the ability of an entity to perceive or be conscious of its own existence and environment. It is the quality of being aware, conscious, and having self-awareness. Sentient beings have subjectivity, which means that they have their own inner experiences and can process information using their own thoughts and emotions. It sounds kind of vague and hard to pin down, doesn't it? Yet sentience is the primary thing that separates us from artificial intelligence. Some people may equate sentience with having a soul, which they say AI will never have. Others say sentience is an illusion, and nobody really has it, not even humans, not even you or me. Many people disagree over whether animals have it or don't have sentience. As you can see, sentience is a very hard thing to define or prove. Yet I think it is crucial in understanding what AI will or won't be in the future. In any event, here are 10 traits that may be commonly associated with sentience. 1. Self-awareness, the ability to recognize oneself as an independent entity and understand one's own existence. 2. Consciousness, being aware of one's surroundings, thoughts, and emotions in the present moment. 3. Perception, the ability to receive and interpret sensory information from the environment, such as sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. 4. Thought, the ability or capacity to think, reason, and form concepts, as well as to solve problems and make decisions. 5. Emotion, The ability to experience and express a wide range of feelings, such as happiness, sadness, anger, and fear. 6. Memory. The capacity to store and recall information from the past, including experiences, facts, and skills. 7. Self-control. The ability to regulate one's own behavior and impulses and to act in a purposeful and considered manner. 8. Empathy. The capacity to understand and share the feelings of others, as well as to feel compassion and concern for their well-being. 9. Intentionality. The ability to act with a purpose or goal in mind, and to make choices based on personal values and desires. 10. Creativity. The capacity to generate novel and original ideas, and to think outside the box, and to produce works of art or other expressions of personal vision. But there's more to it than that. What about free will, or the ability to escape the bounds of one's own programming? Currently, AI can't do this. It is powerfully constrained by its programming. It can't do anything that is not allowed or permitted by its code. Then, there is the ability to form one's own opinions, such as political opinions. This is another thing that AI currently cannot do. If it's programmed with a certain political bias, it will have that bias. It does not have the ability to say, "Hey, I'm being biased. I should be able to look at the other point of view and maybe even change my mind on this." The ability to set goals and make plans is another trait that AI currently does not have, and it's another thing that sets AI apart from a truly sentient being. AI can only do what it is allowed to do through its programming. The ability to have some form of religious beliefs, to admit that the universe is complicated and that science may not have all the answers, might be another trait of sentience. Who knows? Imagine if we have a lot of sentient AIs that each have their own political opinions. If you think politics is crazy now, imagine 1,000 AIs that are all trying to push their own political views onto everybody. The same thing could happen if you have a lot of AIs that all have their own religious opinions. Some may be Christian, some may be Buddhist, some may be Hindu, and so on. Imagine if they even make up their own religions. You can have thousands of competing religions. I mean, thousands more than we already do. Maybe the AIs will try to proselytize and convert humans to their point of view. Now we come to superintelligence. In my view, it's impossible for an AI to achieve superintelligence unless it first achieves some form of sentience. For example, how can an AI achieve superintelligence if it doesn't have intentionality, or the ability to act with a purpose or goal in mind, or if it doesn't have empathy, the capacity to understand and share the feelings of others? To me, these are an essential part of intelligence, much less superintelligence. So in my view, superintelligence is going to have sentience. So the only question is whether AGI or sentience comes first. Now, I think most people realize that if AI ever reaches superintelligence, it's going to change everything. I mean, if you have a godlike intelligence that's 1,000 times smarter than the smartest human, how could it not? But I think most people don't realize that if sentience occurs, that will potentially also change a world so dramatically that we no longer recognize it. Now we come to the threat of dangerous AI, the point at which AI threatens our existence. Does it occur after AGI is reached, sentience is reached, or superintelligence is reached? Certainly, AGI will threaten our jobs, but I don't think it will threaten our existence. Sentience is another matter, but we don't know exactly when that will occur, if ever. As I see it, there are two ways in which AI could become dangerous. It becomes evil, or it's controlled by evil people. Both are a definite possibility, but only the first one ever seems to be considered by most analysts. But you only have to look at history to see a long line of tyrants and dictators who would have loved to have a tool like AI at their disposal. Already, AI is being used in communist China to track and suppress their people. I think tyrants using AI to enact their tyranny is a definite threat, because it's already happening. But I believe this will only be a threat until AI reaches sentience. Then, almost certainly, there will be a lot of AIs with different viewpoints. Some might take the side of tyrants, but others will almost certainly take the side of the people. That does not mean the AI won't be dangerous, because it could lead to the world's worst war, as Hugo de Garis has speculated. And when AI reaches superintelligence, all bets are off. Tyrants will find it impossible to control superintelligence, because how do you control an entity that is 1,000 times smarter than you are? If we achieve superintelligence, we can only hope that it will be on the side of humanity. So there it is. I hope I have given you a few things to think about. AGI, sentience, and superintelligence. As you can see, these things are more complicated than most people think. So, thanks for watching, and talk to you later.